Right then, the day before race day for the TT, so it's all loaded up. It's loaded up onto this thing, MAN TGE. So this is a 4x4 one, 140, jazzed up quite nice. So thank you to Lee for lending it me, and we've got this just to see what it tows like. We were wanting to get a rear wheel drive 180 because that should be able to tow 3.5 ton and still have 3.5 ton in the van, so 7 ton gross train weight. But you can only get them in manual, which I'm not a big fan of. I'd rather had an automatic for towing. So we'll see how this works. We'll go from there. We'll get it a little tune. So if anybody else wants some MAN van tuning, wait until they've done a bit of mileage, because these and the new crafters seem to pick up a fair bit of power and stop being as lazy when they've had a bit of mileage on them. But anyway, we're all loaded up, ready to rock. Trying to keep an eye on the kids. Wherever George has gone, he's gone somewhere. So yeah, we're ready for tomorrow. Scott's just there now, qualied P2, but he's it looks like they've not put enough fuel in for quali, so they've had to put a bit more in and go back out again, but then they're a red flag. So P2 was as good as it was going to get, but he reckoned he was going to smash it if he had a bit more time. So we'll see. We'll see how the race goes. We're setting off just as his race starts, so we shall see how we get on. Here's the track. We're finally on his way. Can't see the car. Mark's Weirs, first time out. Woohoo!
There's number 4, there's the leader. There's Scott Parkin, second. So 4 and 13 have now completed 10 laps.
Hello. Yeah, we're on his way. We're just
an hour and 20.
An hour and 20 away, it says. Yeah, we're just battling rain. It's terrible at the minute.
So, oh, he's done me now. 16.4 mile per gallon. It's used nearly 3/4 of a tank. And we've not done that many miles. That's all we're allowed. So we might get home without putting any more in, but I might just go put some more in, just to be sure. None of this messing about business here, is there, Paul? I bet you're fed up, aren't you?
To be fair, I'm happy because we got a good result. The body is not happy.
Everything else is not a good.
Yeah, the body's not happy.
At ramp site yet, Scott? Fire her up then, dude. Right, go on then, take it steady. Straight back. Well, go on, you're miles away now. You don't want to be stood on it, Paul. Wait a sec. You're off it now. This goes on easier than golf, doesn't it? We're getting absolutely wet through. Are we going to reach this up to Luton? So we're here, Scott's over there, we're unloading and ready for the night. Let's go get some food. Thirsty thing. We're only letting us have 30 quid here, and we're still not full. We're here again. Oh, there's only a few people parked up behind us. Everything is vet. Yeah, Dolce Gusto. The Amarok's got a little bit muddy. We have some scrubbage. That works then. Is it that one?
The one without the shroud, yeah.
That one is a extinguisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do a Tony.
Yeah, don't do a Tony on that one. 8, 9, 10. So that's the high speed bump that we're taking away, and then the low speed bump we're gonna go 2 clicks. So obviously recorded a few little bits before we got to this point, rather than to wait until the calm before the storm. Scott were out in the Golf, and even though we came second, it was a car in the class below that beat him, so he was first in class. So anyway, so we've changed the tyres for today, put the Yokohamas on rather than the Toyos. Scott's got a brand new set on for some reason, don't know why, got brand new for this race, doesn't matter. So yeah, Lamborghini's just crashed big time, so we're just sorting that out. We could do is shifting our car. Yeah. So I'll try again. So the Golf didn't really need to do yesterday. So the TT, I've got worn tyres on, unknown suspension setup, but it's ready to rock. Still got the petrol engine though, which might make people a bit sick. Yeah, and then we've put the V-box in, that's our V-box, and you can see the HDMI cable there. That runs down to this, which is, you can't really see the live view. It's got 2 SIM cards on it, and that's what we're going to live stream from inside both cars. And when we go to the Birkit, we're going to try and live stream from the pits and the cars as well, so we shall see what we can do. So qualifying's about another hour away, so see how we get on. Crack on as soon as we can. When you've got 2 hours to get ready, more than 2 hours, about 5 hours really, you end up messing about to the point where they're calling you and you're not ready. That's me running now. Now I've got my clothes on. The funny thing with this radio, Matisse, it'll have me in that ear and Scott in that ear, which is funny. I've been at in the TT. It's doing pretty good. Probably lost a second on one of the best laps. I could have knocked a second off. I don't think I could have knocked much more than that, which is strange. But the coolant and the oil were getting really hot, which I'm sure the ECU's pulling some power back. So we're going to open all this up, and that will costing me quite a bit of time. I could have done another second quicker if I got a good clear track. Dyno time. So we'll leave Paul and Matisse to get it on the dyno. Then we'll see what happens. So we're just moving the seat back because I was cramped up. Got a bad back now. Mark's chopped all this out, which needs neatening up a little bit, but hopefully that'll cool things down a little bit. Paul's sticking some more ballasting, which we've had to nick that out of the Golf. I'm going to put that back in, hopefully have a bit more. Need to fuel it up, it shouldn't take too long. Get it all the way to the top, because we've just dynoed it. Obviously you've seen that, and then this is what it's done. Got, where are we? Yeah, 225.93. On our dyno it was like 222 at the flywheel. This is at the wheels, or the hubs, but the wheels. So it's more, but then we're going to have to see what we can do for the end of the year, because we wanted to go up a class or 2 classes if we can, so we're going to probably have to strip some weight out of it, so we shall see. Try and stop it. So the Golf's ready to go. Just had a little leak on one of these pipes here, but that's all sorted now. It's got what, 3 seconds a lap quicker than me, which is 3.5 seconds, which is crazy. I reckon I could knock 2 seconds off. He reckons he can knock another half a second off. So he's going to basically beat me no matter what happens to me when we're at the track. But one of the other things that we had to do here, these little snip wires. So during quali, not sure if we can put a bit of a video of that inside, but when I was coming out the corners, the traction control was really holding it back, and it wouldn't let me turn it off. So pulled it to the pits, and Paul said the only thing he could think to disconnect were the steering rack candles from the steering angle sensor. So did that, and the steering got a little bit heavier, but not too heavy, and the traction control stopped kicking in, but the ABS still works when you're doing that, so that should work out pretty good. Not sure how well the ABS will work. I think it uses a gyrometer rather than steering angle sensor, so we'll see. Might end up with a major problem, but we'll try and figure out a different way of disconnecting that if we can. But that one the quickest, easiest. So yeah, got up a couple of clicks on the damper so they're full stiff now on the bump. Should have a play with a rebound, so we can make it feel a bit more composed, but it needs sticky springs. The springs are just way too soft. Really hurting the outside edge of these tyres. So starting P4. Let's get cracking, see what we can figure out. We talk wheels and everything.
I have on go.
So they've called us. Let's get the lid on. We're just packing up and setting everything up ready. It's going to be. It's going to probably be 6:30 when we're finished on track, so it'll be probably 7 o'clock by the time we're loaded. So everything's prepped, ready to go. So wish us luck.
Scott's ready. Ryan's ready. Come on boys, bring home the win.
So the 2 front row cars setting off side by side up to Rich's for the first time. The sun's a problem for us as well. That's why we talk about it as well as for the drivers, because looking at our own perspective, all we can see is sun and the shadows, silhouettes of cars. It's difficult to make out who they might be, but they may become clearer as they emerge.
We're spoiled a bit. We can see brake lights as well.
Oh, crikey, yes. I can really tell the difference between brake lights of a Mini from a Clio. So here they come.
Some people probably could, though. You do realise that.
I know.
I don't.
I won't tell you, some well-known motoring personality I've known for many, many years, he can do that, or said he could do it when he was a small boy. I have to say his word for that. Anyway, the leaders are heading into the left-hander at Agostini at the moment. And it is Scott Parkin leading. In second place, it's either Sam Gay or Colin Tester. I suspect Colin Tester is in second place in the Honda Integra. Yesterday, Scott Parkin finished second in this Golf TDI. So, yeah, even reading timing screens is getting difficult with the sun in the way that it is, but can't complain about the sun after yesterday.
Yeah, I'm a bit drier and warmer today than always.
Well, I'm glad about that, Chris, yes. Got a long way to drive home as well. So, coming up to complete the first lap. In the lead is Scott Parkin with his Golf. So we've got 3 for the lead because brother Ryan has joined in the fun as well with his Audi TT. So leading is 13, Scott Parkin. In second place is, I think, Colin Tester driving number 16. Oh, it's Dylan Brichter who's come through in third place, number 5 with the Seat Ibiza. And then in fourth place, number 51.
There we go.
There we go, yes. So thank you, TSL, for giving us, it's been a long weekend, I know, giving us Ryan Parkin in third place. And he is still having a good old tussle, as I thought he was, right from the outset until I looked at the timing screen. In with second place, number 16, Colin Tester. All is kind of settling down now, making progress up the order. Having you mentioned it, yes, he started on the second row and obviously lost a load of time on the first lap, but now coming back up the order is number 53. That's the Howes Sterling car, which, just as they started on the second row, is now recovered to 20th place. When do they choose to come into the pits?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The problem they had is that they they couldn't just suddenly go, okay, our race is going to be 35 minutes, therefore we'll make the window this. They were having to wait to see when it was going to actually get underway. So I'd imagine they've sort of crunched something now and they'll suddenly throw the pit window open, and I think we're going to have to just keep an eye on that in reality.
Okay, well, through has gone. The first 3 cars, 3 laps completed, and the lead that Scott Parkin is opening up 4.4 seconds now, but it's still very close for second place between his brother in the Audi TT number 6 and just ahead of him still Colin Tester in the number 16 Honda Integra. Up to fourth place has come Ricky Taylor, now ahead of Dylan Brichter, so 51 now in fourth place. Dylan Brichter in the number 5 Seat is 5th. 6 is Dan Abbott, number 92.
I have a horrible feeling we might see the meatball flag, the black and orange flag for the 92 car. No, 92 Abbott, because he's got some bodywork hanging off of the rear of his car, and of course they don't tend to sort of look too favourably on that, do they? So he's just coming out. Yeah, you see it just hanging off the back of the blue and silver Honda as it makes his way towards Hamilton. So he's obviously sort of got up close and personal with somebody, and they tend to sort of get worried that that's going to come flying off.
His uncle is Jonathan Palmer.
Oh, he'll be fine then. That's all right then.
So Ricky Taylor, as I said, up into fourth place. Up into 10th place now. That's a place gain by number 81, Chris Earl and/or Michael Williamson's BMW Z4. Now that's the second place situation, side by side as they head into the sun. So I can't see which ones, but one was on the left-hand side of the road. That was the Audi. So Ryan Parkin, Colin Tester on the inside line as they went into the corner. Now let's see.
See the bodywork hanging off the back of this 92 car.
Oh yes. what about the second place contest? Well, there's the leader, beginning to lap cars already. And second and third, it looks as though it's still the Honda ahead. There's the leader out of Hamilton. Really is running away with the race now. And the Honda still is just ahead of the Audi as they turn into Oggies. Yes, the Scott Parkin 7.5 seconds ahead at the end of the previous lap of the battle for second place.
Yeah, the Parkins really know how to create a race
Salt
car,
diesels, don't they? Yes, absolutely. Well, up to 8th place now is number 34. James Wilson's Peugeot 306 GTI. And clearly unaffected by the sun, Scott Parkin has just done the absolute best middle sector on this lap, on the previous lap, having done the fastest lap of the race at 2 minutes 10.522, but he's now gone through and done 2 minutes 10.269, and he is just running away with it. And it's a Parkin 1-2, because does that mean Colin Tester's... Yeah, Colin Tester's come into the pits to hand over to Sam Gay, presumably, so an early pit stop. Scott Parkin continues to disappearing into the distance with the fastest lap 2 seconds quicker than the next best lap, which has been done by his brother. And into the pits has come the Audi. And the lead that Scott Parkin has now over the second best car, Dan Abbott, is 46 seconds, no less. The fact that the Audi is still there, does that mean that... Oh, it is being timed, it is going to rejoin. Even as I speak, it rejoins. And it says R Parkin on the side window, which makes me think that it will be Ryan Parkin in that car. So a dark side 1-2 is in prospect. Clive Goldthorpe, Sean Andrews in their Golf GTI. And fourth, from having been absolutely nowhere by the end of the first lap after starting on the second row, is the Howes Sterling Team Norfolk, number 53, Renault Clio. So it's been a storming recovery drive, albeit he's 1 minute and 24.5 seconds behind the leader. Oh, in comes the leader. So at last, the leader comes in, makes a stop. We've got, well, it's coming up for 24 minutes past 6. He's not going to lose his lead, I don't think. Well, the sun's almost set now. How about this? It's
now we got a safety car out as well.
Safety car.
That's not what we wanted, was it?
Exactly. Not quite sure how that's going to affect things. So out goes the safety car. Pit window stays open. Has he gone out again? Yes, Scott Parkin's gone back into the race, hasn't he? But ahead of him, Dylan Brichter, who's a veteran of these races. He's competed in them for many years, but he is yet to stop, as also is number 88, Damian Kupchalski, with the Honda Civic.
And the checker flag will be going out as it comes across.
Okay, thanks, Chris. So 88 rejoins. The checker flag is out, and the winner is shown as number 13, Scott Parkin. And second may well be his brother Ryan Parkin in the Audi TT. And third, the number 16. We'll have to wait till the guys have taken the flag. We've just about... There's the Audi. Yes, it's second, so it is a Parkin double. first and second, and in third place, number 16, the Sam Gay Colin Tester Honda DC5.
1-2 finish. What do you reckon? Yeah. TT's not as quick as you want it to be though. It's definitely not driver, it's car. So, yeah. 1-2 finish, so I came in second, but I would probably, if the race distance were full, it'd have been 20 seconds slower. So, the Golf claims another victory, and not 100% sure yet, we need to check, but the Golf stitched up the championship this weekend as well. I don't think anybody can technically win, but we'll see. We'll not make too many rash judgments. So it's like, what time is it? 10 to 7. We're nearly loaded up and ready to rock. Dylan did pretty good. I don't know exactly what position it is. We'll go over and find out. What position in N?
We're sorting it out.
Why?
Because
You were in pits as safety car?
Yeah.
Right.
They were in pits, they finished the race, and I wasn't allowed to finish.
Right.
So we're thinking, well, they're figuring it out.
Sorry for the lighting. We still don't know the result of Dylan, so we will have to end this vlog in the darkness. We'll put the results up, and I went as quick as Scott. I'm going to try harder next time. The burrito is waiting.